Hi Year 5 and 6, welcome back to Mr Gale's PE at Home videos. Really excited to show you a gymnastics lesson today. Today's lesson is going to involve lots of shapes, lots of balances, so check out this video that I made earlier. Our first game of today, first activity, is going to be called gym dice. Now you're going to need a dice, maybe checking a board game at home, or if you haven't got dice, maybe just get a parent or sibling to call out a number from 1 to 6. Okay? Now, we're going to play gym dice. We're going to do a little bit of gymnastics today, or some gymnastics moves. You're going to need a nice soft space. You can see here that I've got a mat. If you're in school, use a mat. If you're at home, obviously if you've got carpet, that's great. Just make sure it's not too hard to floor and it's comfortable. Now, very, very simple. Each number from 1 to 6 represents a different gymnastics shape. Okay, there's 6 shapes. Okay, so the first one is tuck, which I'm going to show you in a minute. You might remember from previous lessons. Second one is star. Third one is straight. Fourth one is pike. Fifth one is straddle. And the sixth one, you can do a front support or a back support. If you don't know what any of these shapes are, don't worry, I'm going to help you now. So, let's get started. Let's roll my dice and see which number I get. Okay, so I've got 4. 4 is pike. So the pike is very, very simple. You're going to sit on your mat or your comfortable space. You're going to point your toes away from you and you're going to point your arms away from you. Okay, so that's a pike position. I'll go sideways so you can see. That is my pike position. Try and get your back to be as straight as you can and point your toes forwards and your fingers forwards. Well done, so that's pike. I'm going to roll, see what we get. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is straddle. This one's going to test your flexibility. I'm sure you guys are more flexible than me. Very, very simple. You're lining that again. Similar to the pike, but instead of having your toes or your feet together, you're going to separate your toes, point them away from you, and your arms and your legs point the same way. Similar to a star shape, but sitting down. Show you that way. Always in gymnastics, we point our fingers and we point our toes. Okay, let's do our next one. So we've done straddle and we've done pike. We've done 5 again. Let's go again. Okay, number 2, which is star. You guys should know what this one is. You're going to stand in a star shape. Okay, really, really simple. One. Roll the dice. Okay, number 3, which is straight, which is going to point your fingers and your toes, your tiptoes, and you're going to be as straight as you can. You need to reach up to the sky, be as straight as you can. And put your hands together, your feet together, be as straight as you can. So far, let's see if we need to get number 1. 6, haven't done number 6 yet. Number 6 is front support, or back support. I'll show you front support first. Front support is basically as if you're in a press-up position. So see, go this way, in a press-up position. You want to keep your back straight, and your arms are straight as well, not bending any of your arms or your knees. Okay, back support is the same thing, but instead of being in a press-up position, you're going to be way round. So your legs are going to be up, making sure that your belly is nice and straight with your knees. Right, that one's hard, that's what's a little bit more difficult to do. Okay, so we've got front support, back support, straddle, pike, straight, start, and we need to do tuck. So if you get number 1 on the dice, you do tuck. Now we do tuck standing up. Okay, if you're in gymnastics and you're doing some jumping, you do a tuck standing up and you can bring your legs in towards your chest. If you're sitting, you can bring your legs in towards your chest. And straighten that up as much as you can. Okay, so there's your 6. Number 1 is tuck, just wanted to show you. Number 2 is start. Number 3 is straight. Number 4 is pike. Number 5 is straddle. Number 6 is front support or back support. Hopefully you guys remember some of these from your gymnastics lessons previously. Okay, I'm sure there's many gymnasts in year 3 and 4. If not, rewind, go back through the video, and just double check that you're doing the right movement. Now you're going to need to roll the dice each time. So you might need to use brother or sister, take it in turns. You might get your parent to roll the dice and figure out which number to do. Or you could just call out, or the parent could call out any number from 1 to 6. To make it challenging, call them out really quickly. See how quickly you can get from a tuck into a start. How quickly can you get from maybe a front support into a straddle. Have a go. Okay guys, hopefully you had a go at all of those. I hope you enjoyed trying the different gymnastic shapes. Like I said, use dice or just get your parents or your brother or sister to call out number 1 to 6. The key to this game isn't just to do one and then move on to the next one. Try and do it a few times. Maybe try and shout out 2, 4, 1, 6. See how quickly you can change up and how quickly you can get from each shape. My next challenge for you guys is to see if you can put some of these shapes into a sequence. Okay, so it might be that you go from a star, so you might go from a star into a straight. You might go straight into a pike. See if you can put yourself into a routine using those 6 shapes. Okay, see if you have a little bit of fluidity to it. Okay, see if you can move from one to the other in a natural progression. Give you a clue. If you're doing front support and you're down here, okay, think of the next natural shape that would be easier to get into. Okay, so if you're going to do front support, the next easy one to get into might be flipping your back support. So you've got back support, you might be then quickly going into a pike position. Okay, it gives you a little bit of an idea. If you're standing up and doing start, and then you go into a tuck, and you happen to go down again. Think of a way that you can put all of those 6 shapes into a nice sequence. Okay everyone, I hope you enjoyed your gymnastic shapes. I hope you put them into a sequence. I hope you made them flow with a bit of fluidity. Now what we're going to do some more gymnastics, but we're going to do some rolls, or rolling. Okay? Now I'm not an expert on gymnastics, but I'm going to give it a good go. I'm going to give it a try and I'll try and show you some of the stuff that I know, and you guys can have a bit of fun at home as well. This one's going to be a bit of fun, but make sure that you've got a bit of space, where you're not going to knock your arms or your legs or your head on any bits of your furniture in your house. So you're going to need a bit of an open space where it's nice and safe, and ideally, a soft floor. Okay, now the first one we're going to do, okay, you might have heard this one, it's called the log roll. I'm going to move my mat slightly further back, so I've got a bit more space. Now, for the log roll, all you need to do is your body is going to be straight. Look at the straight shape we did earlier. You're going to be pointing your fingers and pointing your toes. You're going to be lying down, flat on the floor. And all you need to do is roll on one side, keeping as straight as you can to the other. Once you get to one side, go to the other. I just cross my legs. Try and cross your legs. Try and keep your legs and your arms as straight as you can. So that's our log roll. Really important when you do log roll that you really tense your core muscles, the muscles in here. Keep your arms nice and straight as they can be. Okay, you keep your legs straight. Don't let your legs cross over. Make sure that you're pointing your toes. The same shape we did earlier with the straight, exactly the same as that with your mat. Okay, lying down. Okay, our next one, this one's called the log roll. Sorry, this one's called the egg roll. It's called an egg roll because you are going to be really small and you're going to turn into a little egg. Now, this one's quite difficult, and for me, what we're going to go, what you have to do, is you go into your tuck position that we did earlier. Your hands need to go underneath and hold on to your ankles. Okay? Then, what you're going to do, you're going to bring your head towards your knees, and you're going to be as small as you can be, like an egg. And you're going to roll from one side to the other. Try and make sure your body comes upright at the end of the mat. You'll notice I almost touch the mat with my head. Try and get your head to be tucked in. Don't let it touch the mat. Nice head roll. You'll notice, we did the shapes earlier, this one will be a tuck shape. And you would hold on to, using your hands, hold on to your ankles, okay, and bring your head towards your knees. Try not to tilt forward, bump your head on the floor, okay? And most importantly, make sure you keep yourself as close as you can. Really good, tense form in your gymnastics movements. Okay, our last one, this one's a little bit hard, so move that a little bit closer. There's a few variations. This one. This one's called rock and roll. Okay, and you're going to sit down, similar to in your tuck position. What you do, I've got a big pair of socks here, big pair of football socks. Make sure you put your football socks over your knees and tuck yourself in. This will help you maintain this form. If you don't want to do that, you can just put onto your knees. Okay? Try not to use your hands, don't let your elbows touch the floor. We'll go backwards, forwards, backwards, and forwards. Almost like I'm preparing to do a backwards roll. Go backwards, forwards. Okay? Once you feel comfortable and you don't need to use your football socks or your socks, see if you can do it by just holding on underneath your legs. Okay, now the next progression of that is where you try and roll backwards, forwards, and then stand up on your feet. So you're going to go onto your shoulders, roll forwards, and try and, as you get into this position here, you bounce up. I find this really difficult, mainly because I'm not flexible enough in my hamstrings or my muscles at the back of my legs. So you guys have a go, see if you can do it better than me, and then come back to me, I've got some more challenges. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that exercise. I hope you enjoyed rolling around on the floor using your log roll, which was a straight position, and then around on the floor. Then you have your egg roll, where you're doing a tuck position, tucking yourself in, and then rolling. And then the rock and roll, which I showed you just now. Your next challenge for today, okay, we've combined some of those rolls and some of those shapes into some gymnastics movements. So, you have, here's your challenge, you've got to try and put together 6 different movements, or 6 different shapes. So I'm going to do 5 shapes and 1 roll. You might do 3 rolls and 3 shapes. You might move it up, you might change it up. Try and remember to try and get those movements and those shapes to link together in a fluid motion. So, I'm going to show you my one. You don't have to copy me, you can create your own one. I'm going to put all of the shapes and all of the rolls, okay, in a list, okay, on the bottom of the YouTube video, so you can see the names of them. And if you want to, you can go away and look up on YouTube and find out more activities to do with gymnastics or different ways that you can incorporate those together. And most importantly though, make sure that you ask your parent before you do any of this, because they need to make sure that it's safe when you're rolling around on the floor. Okay, so our first one, okay, my first part of my sequence is going to be start. So I start my start, then I'm going to go straight, then I'm going to go into front support, then I'm going to flip into back support. Once I've gone into back support, I then go into my tuck, and then I go into my egg roll. Tuck, into egg roll. Okay, so I'm going to show you that again. You can go a little bit quicker. So, start, straight, front support, back support, tuck, egg roll. There you go. I'm sure you guys can be a lot more smoother and more coordinated than me, but have a go. Okay everyone, I hope you enjoyed gymnastics. I hope you enjoyed putting those sequences together, and also hope you put some more effort into those shapes and those rolls. We're going to finish off today with a game called Socks in the Box. If you've watched some of my other videos with year 1 and 2 or 3 and 4, you might have seen I played this game with those guys. I'm going to challenge you guys, because we haven't done this one yet, 5 and 6. I'm going to challenge you guys a little bit differently. So, it's called Socks in a Box, because all you need, a pair of socks and a box. Now, if you haven't got lots of socks, you could use soft toys, you could use pens. If you haven't got a box, just try and create a target area where you can throw something. Again, super simple. So, I've got 15 items. Anything from tennis balls to smelly socks. Okay, I'm going to try and throw these items inside my target, which is the box on the table there. Super simple, but I'm going to give myself 15 goes just to have a practice, to see how accurate I can be with my throw. You can go overarm, you can go underarm. I'll let you decide, see what works for you. I'm going to go underarm. So, my 15 items. All I'm going to do, I'm going to set myself a target. I reckon year 5 and 6 should be able to do it from around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 steps I've got in here. That should be a nice big step. 6 steps from my target. Okay? Try and use my underarm throw. Miss that one. You might not have seen that. Again, 6 steps. Straight in the box. Soft twist. Straight in the box. Strong defense. Straight in the box. Okay, let's see how many I got in. 15 attempts. Okay. Oh no, sorry, I've got one more ball to go. One more ball. All or nothing. Just bounced out. Yeah. 15 attempts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15 attempts. I've got 10 items in my box. You guys have a go, see if you can beat my score. Okay, year 5 and 6, I'm really intrigued to see if you can beat my score. Like I said, I got 10 in 15 attempts. Have a try, see if you can beat my score. If you can't, what's most important is that you're working on your personal best. Okay, so let's say you've got 6. Keep going, keep trying, keep practicing. See if you can get 7. If you can get 7, see if you can beat 7, get to 8. Okay, we're going to move on to our last challenge of today. This one, still socks in the box, but it's going to be timed. Okay, still got my 15 items. Okay, but this time I need to try and get as many items in as I can in 30 seconds. So it's a bit of a race. Let's see how many I can do. On my marks, get set, go. 1. No, again. What's going on? Okay, so see how many I can do. I think the time pressure may be worse. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items, 30 seconds. Let's have another go. Okay guys, you ready? Let's see if we can beat 5. Restart my watch. 30 seconds. Go. good. Huge difference. Managed to get 11 items in 30 seconds. See if you guys can beat my score. Okay, year 5 and 6, I hope you enjoyed today's P lesson. I hope you managed to beat my score in socks in the box. And most importantly, I hope you had fun doing the gymnastic shapes and rolls. I'm going to bring you another video next week. Also, Miss Medhurst has just sent out a letter to parents or with details, with opportunities if you're interested in doing some football activities online, completely free, really good activities. If you're interested in your football, you can do in your garden, you can do in the park. Little kind of videos, about 2 or 3 minutes long, just to keep you active. Also on that letter, if you go down to the bottom of the letter, you'll notice there's also links and opportunities to do more activities at home with loads of really good stuff. Not quite as good as me, but still very good. What I'm going to do, guys,